Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Folktown. Where's my seat? Where's my glasses? Good to see you all. It's such a wonderful occasion to start this show again. Put on a little makeup, and I trust you guys did as well, because it is Halloween, and I would like to welcome you all, and for that I need these. I know this takes away from the effect, but anyways, good to see you all. Hey, so Graham is here, Alexander is here, Tony is here, all the artists, all the audience, Linda, hello, Jill, Rick, Sid, we're safe from witches, at least we think so. Rosella, hello to Italy, and Carolina, hola to España. So, it's time for Folktown again. Chris is ready. Christopher is ready and nervous, as you should be. I need some vitamin C. Maybe I need something else. Hey Rob, hey Mette. So, Folktown is here again. I'm very happy that the show is back for a second season. And what better day to start this than October 31st? Just happened to be, you know, the last Monday of the month, so might as well turn this into a Halloween episode. And Helen, hello, Monica, Claudia, hey. Good to see you all. I'm not looking very healthy tonight. I know, I'm not supposed to. Anyone who's looking healthy tonight, you know, isn't getting into the vibe or just didn't have enough blood. So, before we start the show, you know, there's always a little section that I'm using to make this an actual live stream, because we got lots of great music, great artists as usual, who sent in beautiful performances, scary performances, dark, murderous performances, and we got a couple songs about the fall as well. So it's not just going to be drenched in blood or anything, because we shouldn't forget, it's not just Halloween, it's also autumn. As you cannot see outside, because the curtains are drawn, and it's dark anyway. So, wherever you are, I hope it's dark. I hope it's actually foggy in Berlin. And I'm gonna play you a little song. I thought about what to play for this episode. It's not easy, because what song to choose in a theme like that. And I was gonna play an old folk song that has murder in it, and there's many great songs like that coming up, so I chose something else, something I have never played before. I actually tried this out, you know, half an hour before the show now, because I don't really have any time. Just back on my lens. I didn't have much time to prepare this, but it's not an excuse, because musicians are never supposed to apologize ahead of songs. I'm just here to inform you that there wasn't much practicing going into the song. But there's no song, I think, that embodies the scary atmosphere of Halloween better than this one. Yeah, Linda, it's not a Tom Petty song. It's not Zombie Zoo. No, not today. Let's see how this goes. Candy-striped legs, the Spider-Man comes softly through the shadow of the evening sun, stealing past the windows of the blissfully dead, looking for the victims, shivering in bed and searching out fear in the gathering gloom. Suddenly, movement in the corner of the room. There's nothing I can do when I realize with pride that Spider-Man is having me for dinner tonight. Quietly he laughs, shaking his head, creeps closer now, closer to the foot of the bed, and softer than shadow and quicker than flies, his arms are all around me and his tongue is in my eyes. Be still, be calm, quiet now, my precious boy. Don't struggle like that, or I will only love you more. For it's much too late to get away or turn on the light. The Spider-Man is having me for dinner tonight. I couldn't imagine a better or a different occasion for me to play that song. It's good. It's good to get that out of my system. All right. What do you mean, my inner Robert Smith Graham? It's all out in the open tonight. So, guys, it's time for Folktown. And it's so good to see you all. It's been a while. The last show we had was Paul McCartney's 80th birthday. That was back in June. And I hope everyone had a beautiful summer between then and now. I did. But it doesn't feel very summerly today, so I'm not going to talk about my summer. It's not like the first day in school or something, what you do in summer. It's fall now, it's autumn, it's a dark season. And I think there's nothing better than music to help us get through it. And that's what we're here for today. And this officially kicks off the second season of Folktown. And I've been doing some thinking how to approach this, how to reboot this, how to start this again, how to make this work out in a way that enables me to keep doing this. And I thought about putting up a paywall maybe to make this a paid event, but I didn't really feel like doing that because I wanted to have to give everyone who wants to watch the show the opportunity to watch it. Also, like first timers maybe just want to check it out first, not knowing yet if they like it or not. So I didn't really like that idea very much, and I considered maybe, you know, a crowdfunding to help me put on more episodes, but that also, I don't know, it didn't feel right to me. So what I decided in the end is to stick to the model we have and we've always had, and that is that if you would like to support the show, you can do so in two ways, and one of them is by PayPal, a one-time donation through PayPal, or you can do a monthly subscription, something like a voluntary subscription. You can see it like that through Patreon. And this will help me, you know, make time for the show and will enable me to put this show on in the future. So if you enjoy what you hear here, if you enjoy this program, you can consider supporting the show through these two ways. And you also find these links up there in the post description. For everyone watching on YouTube today for the first time, it's below the video, of course. Thank you so much for that, and thanks to everyone who's already donating and supporting this show. And this can also go. Thanks so much. And of course, what's also working very well, what's been working very well in the past, and I'm sure will go on to work very well, is the interconnection between the artists, you know, people, audience, discovering new singers and artists. Let them know that you like the performance, send money through PayPal, check out their websites, their Bandcamps, and support them in any way, you know, you see fit. And just, you know, the most important thing, I think, is to show appreciation in any way you can. And you find the links to all the artists also in the post description, and you can find everyone and check everyone out, of course, after this show. Or if you stay on Facebook, then you can also do it meanwhile. Why not? All right. I think it's time to kick this show off with our first artist, and he's someone sort of like a Folktown regular, someone who's been with us, I think, from the beginning, and he's kicking off the show with a beautiful ballad by Johnny Cash. I think it's actually a song by Johnny Cash, at least made famous by him. It's the first song on the first American Recordings album, and I love that one, American One. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here's Eric Penny.
Hello everyone, welcome to the spooky Folktown Halloween celebration. This song I'm gonna play, it's not so much spooky, really, like in the Halloween kind of way, but it's just really fucking creepy. So I thought it would actually fit pretty well. It's a song about a guy who finds, I suppose, his lover or his wife has been unfaithful. So he does that old 1950s American thing and he fucking kills her. So we don't do that really, hopefully, so much anymore, but for the sake of artistic license, I'm gonna go ahead and play this song. And for Halloween, I'm gonna play it on this here 1950s K guitar. Look at that, you can see the sticker right inside there. Old, beat up, beautiful thing that I found in Los Angeles pawn shop right around 2002, 2003. So around almost 20 years ago. And yeah, here's the really spooky part. It was only 80 bucks, right? So, all the days of pawn shops. Anyway, here we go. A little song by Mr. Johnny Cash. Delia, oh Delia, Delia all my life. If I hadn't shot poor Delia, I'd have had her for my wife. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. I went up to Memphis, I found Delia there. I met her in the parlor, and I tied her to her chair. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. She was low down and trifling, she was cold and mean, kind of even make me want to grab my submachine. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. The first time I shot her in the side. It was hard to watch her suffer, and with the second shot she died. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. But Jailer, oh jailer, jailer, I can't sleep, 'cause all around my cell I hear the patter of Delia's feet. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. So if your woman's devilish, you can let her run, or you can bring her down and do her like Delia got done. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. Oh, Johnny Cash, you did have a dark, spooky side, didn't you? Well, happy Halloween, everyone. Hope you don't choke on a razor blade and a Kit Kat. Bye now.
Dude, where did that come from? Razor blade and the Kit Kat. Is that a thing in the States? Eric, that was awesome, as usual. I love that song myself. I love playing it. It sure is a dark song, but it's a lot of fun to play it. So I guess it's good to show or have something that lets us channel the dark side every now and then. And I think everyone's commenting on how I'm not looking very well. Well, of course, because I'm using a green tint here. How about this? I think that's a little more healthy. So after dropping some musical vitamins, looking much better. All right, that was Eric Penny, and we all know he's lovely and a great singer. We go on. It's going to be a long show tonight, so I'm trying not to talk too much. This is always difficult for me because the talking is the one actual live thing, so I feel like talking a lot. But I'm just going to go on. We move over to the States, and we just saw him in the chat actually commenting and complimenting on Eric. Here's the COLEMAN, which is the band of Dave Coleman. We usually see him solo, but this time he took the opportunity during a show he played with his band in Florida to play a song for this event. And it's a song that, of course, couldn't be missing this evening. Here's Dave Coleman and the COLEMAN.
Hey Folktown, this is Dave Coleman of the Coleman, and this is my good friend Dave Ray and Paul Slivka. We are here to introduce a song we're going to play for the Halloween Folktown special. We're down in Key West, Florida right now. We just finished up some shows, and we're proud to present a very scary murder ballad. It is called
Long Black Veil.
Right on. Well, yes. Well, I'm so glad to have the band with me here. This is the first time I've got a chance to have Dave and Paul with me, so hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.
It's a Lefty Frizzell song called Long Black Veil. Do this for our friends in Germany, over in Berlin, and all around for Folktown concerts.
There were few
Halloween spirit.
Awesome, awesome. So nice to see a little bit of the show you guys played in Florida, Dave. We all would have loved to be there and, you know, fill the room with claps and appreciation. Thanks so much for that. That was a really cool version too. I only know like calmer, folky versions, not really a rock version like that. That was awesome. And as Graham said, he said a couple of things. The Taylor sounds great, and he said something about balls and dogs, which I'm not going to repeat here, but you can reread that in the comments. All right, cool. So, you know, Halloween being the season of the ghouls and the monsters and the dark spirits, the evil things. This, of course, as we say in German, a Steilvorlage, like this is something that is a must for one of our regular artists here. He has the evil in his name, and you all know who I'm talking about. We're moving to Spain, home of Pablo, of EVILMRSOD, and we're really getting into the Hollywood, I was going to say, Halloween. I'm not going to get into the Hollywood vibe today, but into the Halloween vibe, and with EVILMRSOD. And before we play his video, I would like to welcome Charlie Austin, who's here, and Mark van der Steen. So good to see you guys, and very, very happy that Charlie Austin is going to play a song for us again tonight. But now get ready, everyone, for EVILMRSOD.
Well, good night, my fellow folk towners. We are back, and tonight we are celebrating Halloween. So there's gonna be all kinds of spooky and evil songs tonight. And for me, there is one band that it's the band when it comes to Halloween, and those are the Misfits. So I'm gonna play tonight for you one Misfits song, and I hope you like it. And I also hope you get a lot of candy. Corpses all hang headless and limp, bodies with no surprises, and the blood drains down like devil's rain. We'll bathe tonight. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. Demon eye and face appeal. I see your skin turn inside out, 'cause gotta have you on my wall. Gotta have you on my wall. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. Huh. Collect the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Hack the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Huh. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull.
It didn't look like, Pablo, you wanted any candy, but you were in for that skull. That's a great song. And it's a cool thing about these shows. I get to know so many songs and bands. Like, I heard of the Misfits, but I have to confess I never checked out the music. And thank you to Pablo for playing us that killer of a song. So, enough musical candy for everyone here. All right. Yeah, isn't it nice to be without makeup for a chance, for a change? All right, guys. Lots of applause here for Pablo. And after all this evil atmosphere and ghosts on graveyards, long black veils and skulls, we're moving on to Schopenhauer, home of Mette Kierkegaard, and she's gonna play us something by herself. This show is also a cool opportunity to hear a lot of original songs, because, you know, this time we're not celebrating one artist. We're going to do this again at the end of November. And stay tuned. At the end of the show, I'm going to announce who the artist will be that we celebrate in November. But this time, you know, it's a themed show, so anything goes. Cover songs, originals, whatever fits the theme of darkness, murder, and fall. And Mette is going to play us a song that is her own. And Mette also has an album out. And prepared that I am, I'm going to bring up the information real quick, because yeah, Mette just let me know that her new album Recover is out for a couple of days now, and it was written during lockdown, and you can get all the information you need on her Facebook site, if I'm informed correctly, Mette. If not, then feel free to just post the link in the chat so everyone can check out where your album is, and they can listen to it and buy it and recommend it to their friends. All right, cool. So here's Mette Kierkegaard from Schopenhauer.
Hello, my name is Mette, and I'm sitting in Copenhagen now, and the song I picked for this Halloween is a song I wrote in 2020 during COVID-19, and it's about a monster. The inspiration comes from when I was in eastern Iceland, and there's a place where they have a Loch Ness in Lagerflöt, and I drove the car to the place. So I wanted to record the sound of the monster. But you know what? There was no sound, so it was just quiet. And now we have a tone in the world, and it's kind of silent, but there's just some kind of monster in it. And here comes the song. Imagine you're coming back from COVID-19, and suddenly there's something much worse. I got back, and the song will be on my album Recover, coming out just before the Halloween event. I got back from the edge, I began to feel humble. Self-contained, alone, resting on my own. So I drove out to the lake where the monster is living, and I watched his silent pace, tempted by his grace. We met on the same bridge, looking for that fish just about to go on the last dish. Oranges from south comes in with a boat at 9. We lingered for a while, flies like good wine. I'm eager to find a hunger deep inside. Will we ever try? Then what will we find? And I saw the likeness reflected on my gold. The uncontrolled soul, like lovers you, search for costly truths. Am I like you? No. So I got back on my feet and I peeled my layers. I began to bleed. I began to see. I began to see. I'm eager to fly like the golden bird up high. Will we ever try? Then what will we find? So I got back from the edge. I began to feel humble, tiny like a drone, resting on my own, away from home.
That was beautiful, Mette. Also great sound and beautiful song. Really lovely imagery and everything. Thanks so much for that. I was just looking at the many clapping hands here coming in. There were some people commenting about hiccups in the stream. Some say there's a problem, some say there's no problem. So I assume that it's individual. It's an individual issue with the stream. I hope so, at least. It's not on my end. The thing is that some people are watching this on big TVs, so the videos are big and it's a lot of data coming through. I feel like a teacher explaining the internet to someone. With the Folktown streams, it's good to have a strong download connection. If you don't have that, there might be glitches with the videos. But there may be a solution to all this, as Graham is saying this. He's watching this on YouTube. And, you know, you guys can do this. Watch it on YouTube and comment on Facebook, which is what Graham is doing. And I'm just going to put the YouTube link in the comments on Facebook, of course. Can watch me do this live. Posting it now. All right. So if you want to switch over to YouTube, apparently, as Graham says, it's much better there. Okay. Oh, it's just me, not the videos. That's interesting. All right. But then maybe try on YouTube. I hope that's better there. All right. Cool. So, the next artist, also European artist, he's in the south of Germany, and he's a fabulous guitarist. His band is the Barbecue Chiefs. Not sure if Oliver Langer and the boys are serving barbecue while they're playing the live concerts, but I suppose it's all in the name and the imagination. The barbecue cheese are not with Oliver today, but he's in his rehearsal room, I think, his practice room, and he has special lighting for the occasion. He's gonna sing us a ballad, and he's gonna explain it to us. Here's Oliver Lange.
I play for you the Ballad of Jesse James, and due to the fact that Halloween is a spooky event, I edited this song from major to minor, so it sounds more spooky. Jesse James was a lad, he killed many men. He robbed the standard train, and he took it from the red. He gave that to the poor, had a hand and a heart and a brain. One night, when the moon was shining bright, they robbed that London train, and the folks from miles about, they said without a doubt, was done by Frankie and Jesse James. Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life, 3 children, and they were so brave, yeah. Had a dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard, laid Jesse James in his grave. Heard about Jesse's death, they wondered how poor Jesse came to die. It was one of these guys called Little Robert Ford who shot Jesse James on the side. Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life, children, and they were so brave. By the dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard, he laid Jesse James in his grave. He laid Jesse James in his grave. Oh, he laid Jesse James in his grave.
Oh my God, what a guitar sound. That's awesome, Oliver. Really well done. Well, that's what it sounds like when you know what to do with guitar effects. Greetings to Franken, Olli, and really great to have you on the show again. All right, all right. Hey, Bernd BÖCKMANN is in the chat, and Bernd BÖCKMANN is who's going to be up next. We all know Bernd. He's a regular here on Folktown. And, you know, the only one who can follow Oliver is Bernd, because he's a wizard on the guitar. I'm really glad he's with us again. Here's Bernd BÖCKMANN, and I think he's just on vacation. Check it out.
Hello, Folktown. Greetings from my vacation on the North Sea island Fur. My name is Bernd BÖCKMANN, and I like to play a classic song, House of the Rising Sun, for this autumn session. Hope you like my version. A house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. Oh Lord, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, she sewed my new blue jean. My father was gambling man way down in New Orleans. One foot on the platform, the other foot on train. Got to go down to New Orleans to wear them bulbs and chain. Oh mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spent your life in sin and misery at the house of the rising sun in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many poor boys. Lord, I know I'm one. Lord, I know I'm one. Lord, I know I'm one.
Oh man, just when you think the song is over, then, you know, Bernd has always a little last thing to add. That's just always good to hear you, Bernd. You know, you either know how to work the guitar effects like Oliver, or you have a really good sounding room, which is the case with Bernd. Really good hotel room. It's nothing like a good room sound. And a fantastic guitar player, of course. Thanks so much, Bernd, for taking the time in your holiday to play a song for us. It's a song, you know, heard so often, and sometimes it's one of those songs you can't really hear anymore. But then a version like this comes along, it's just mind-blowing. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. All right. So, some people, you know, like Tom, say it's working better on YouTube. For some, it's better on Facebook. Whatever works for you guys, I hope that it improves the show, that it's going on 2 channels now, Facebook and YouTube. All right, cool. Yvette is writing, I keep getting interrupted here at work. Don't these people know I must hear this music? Well, you should let them know, Yvette. Maybe you should just turn up the sound really loud. All right. Next up, we have a music couple from very close to where I am, very close to Berlin, just north of the city. It's Doreen and Mike WOLTER, and they played together in a duo called Jamestown Ferry. They also have a Bob Dylan project together. And today they are not playing a murder ballad or something very dark. They're playing a song about autumn, because this show is Darkness, Murder Ballads, and songs about autumn. And it's a classic. It's an autumn classic, and I'm sure many of you know it. Here's Doreen and Mike WOLTER.
Falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves they start to fall. Since you went away, the days grow long, soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves they start to fall. That's it, folks.
Very happy autumn days and happy Halloween.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Same to you. That was a beautiful, beautiful version. Always these CDs in your background. So much music. Jesus Christ. Thanks so much, Doreen and Mike WOLTER. And these guys, just like all the other artists tonight, you find the links, you find the websites, the Bandcamps, the PayPal links if you want to send some PayPal love. You find all that above the video on Facebook and below the video on YouTube. And I encourage you to check them all out and send your appreciation whichever way you want to. All right, cool. And that was interesting to learn that EVILMRSOD's first song he ever played live was Autumn Leaves. I'd never have thunk that. All right, maybe, Pablo, you want to tell us a story how it came to be that that was the first song you ever played live. I'm sure no one expected that. All right, so what's next? Let me see. I gotta check my little list here. Oh yeah, it's time. We're going back to the hardcore Halloween vibe. Not so much in the song we're gonna hear, but in the presentation. And we're moving to England, to Hastings, home of Jason McNiff. But you're not gonna recognize him. Here's Jason.
Welcome to Hastings, everyone. I'm Jason McNiff. tired of the rain, I'm tired of the sun. I'm tired of myself, tired of everyone. Drink myself to sleep, I drink myself dry. And I wake up on another day, squinting in the light. I go down the seashore, I said I'd meet you there. Past the antique store and the kiddies fair. I don't want you to know how men can break. So I keep it all inside, twisted in my breath. And I would cry even if I tried. And I would die, you could see me now. I get in the car and drive, I hit the open road. There's only so open it can be, it's England after all. Got my favorite music playing on the waves, but it doesn't do a thing for me. I wanna fly away. And I can't lie, even if I try. Yeah, I would die if you could see me now. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Jason. Wonderful as always. And all the Jason fans in the chat. It feels a little bit, you know, while Jason's playing, it feels a little bit like Jason's live stream. Turn on my mobile here. Jason has a live stream every Thursday. I think it's 8:30 UK time. It's 9:30 in Germany, and they're always great, always lovely, wonderful music and guitar playing, as you just heard. And usually he's not wearing his mask, he's wearing a hat. Sometimes glasses, sometimes none of the above. All right, so YouTube link has frozen. Oh my, oh my. All right, Jason McNiff, everyone, from Hastings. And we're moving on to one of Jason's musical colleagues over in England. That I think she played on, at least on his release show, a couple of concerts with him. Not sure if she played on the album. But many of you know her through Jason, or not through Jason, but just, you know, by herself. Here's Charlie Austin, and she's playing a song. I was really psyched when she told me she's gonna play a song by this artist, and knowing what Charlie does as a solo performer, I was really looking forward to this. So I'm gonna hear this the first time with you guys. Here's Charlie Austin.
Good evening, Folktown. I'm Charlie Austin. I'm really excited to be back. When Tobias mentioned it was going to be the Halloween-themed episode, I said I'd like to do Hounds of Love by Kate Bush. It's a fantastic song. It's got a haunting theme, and I was excited to try and recreate some of the production elements on that as well. So if you saw the Paul McCartney episode, you would have seen my suitcase drum kit that I made. To that, I've been experimenting with adding some drum triggers to make the 808 sounds. You would have seen the octave down pedal bass from these two strings, and for this as well, because there's lots of synth, I've been experimenting with some octave up reverb and delays and things to try and emulate strings and synth. Wish me luck. I hope you enjoy it.
When I was a child, running in the night, afraid of what might be, hiding in the street, hiding in the dark, and of what was following me. Ooh, 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 ooh. The hounds of love are haunting me. Ooh, 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 ooh. I've always been a coward. Throw them in the lake, and I'll be 2 steps on the water. I found a fox caught by dogs. He let me take him in my hands. His little heart, it beats so fast, and I'm ashamed of running away. There's nothing real, I just can't deal with this. I'm still afraid to be there. Ooh, 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 among the hounds of love. Ooh, 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 I feel your arms surround me. Ooh, 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 I've always been a coward. Ooh, 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 and I don't know what's good for me. Oh, here I go.
My God, that was so breathtaking, really. I mean, come on. I haven't really seen something like this. I mean, what you do with your experimenting with the synth sounds and the drum triggers, Charlie, I haven't seen something like this. I mean, you know, looping, yeah, and great things can be done with loop machines, but this is something completely, this is like a different level. I really hope I can see you live at some point, and congratulations to everyone in England who can go out and see Charlie play live. If you have any upcoming concerts, Charlie, please let us know, especially the people in England, because they will want to come out. I'm absolutely sure. All right. And please come over to Germany at some point. That would save me a lot of traveling. Thanks so much for joining us, and hopefully not for the last time. I'm sure that the next artist we're going to celebrate, which I'm going to announce at the end of the show, you're going to have a song with that artist as well. All right, cool. Yeah, you bet. Yvette is moving to England already. Well, yeah, get ready, England, for all the Charlie Austen fans coming in now. Yeah, we're not going to get into political discussion about that, you know. Anyway, where did that come from? I don't know. Let's move on. This comes when I'm talking too much. And the best thing for me to do when I'm neurotically just babbling away is just have a glass of water. Cheers, everyone. All right. Talking of Germany, where Charlie should play sometime soon. He's an artist. She's living in Berlin as well. And we don't get to see each other often enough. Although we did meet at my wife's book premiere a couple of weeks back. I'm talking about Claudia NENTWICH. She's a songwriter and she's also a promoter, hosting a beautiful concert series which used to take place on a boat. So it used to be called Songs on a Boat. Now the boat is not an option anymore, and now it's called Songs Without a Boat. Because why not? And she's going to sing a song today by an artist we all know, and I won't give too much away. Here's Claudia NENTWICH.
Hi folk towners, great to be here again. The Halloween edition, I've thought about it. I think I don't know songs that suit for Halloween, but I probably hear a lot tonight, so I'm looking forward to be inspired for next Halloween. And the only thing I'm playing it on the piano, the song I brought, and I recently read when you're excited, I am excited, you're feeling alive, and I hope you still feel alive after listening to my version of Pissing in a River. Pissing in a river, watching it rise, voices, voices, mesmerized, tattooed fingers shy away from me. Voices, voices, a bagel on sea. Should I pursue a path so twisted? Should I crawl defeated and gifted? Should I go to the length of the river, the royal throne, and cry me a river, cry me a river, cry me a river. Have a wonderful evening with the other Folktowners and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much, Claudia. That was a great song, Patti Smith. I don't listen enough to Patti Smith, I think. Maybe I should listen more. I think I definitely should listen more. Thanks so much for joining us again, Claudia. That was lovely. And always good to hear a piano song in there somewhere in the forest of guitars we usually have here on Folktown. I'm wondering if maybe I should give this a little bit of a different color here again. What about this? Maybe we should go back to green. All right. Everyone, this, I think it's not even half the show. It's going to be a long one today. And I think it's the second longest show we ever had. The longest being the Bob Dylan one. The first show we ever did. And this, I think we have 24 artists today. It's amazing. And the next ones, I'm really happy they are joining us again. They are the Rough and Tumble from somewhere in the States, because these guys are always on the move with their trailer and their dog. I think they have like several dogs, several creatures traveling with them. If you're in the States, I think you just have to wait a while and they're going to come through your town, because they seem to be playing everywhere. Here's the Rough and Tumble, and a hearty welcome back from me.
Hello, everybody, and happy Halloween!
We're the Rough and Tumble.
I'm Scott Tyler.
I'm Mallory Graham.
It's great to be back here on Folktown for this very spooky episode. That's very good. You can tell it's spooky because you
have extra vibrato.
Yeah, you sound like an episode of Scooby-Doo. A couple years ago, we put out this...
Did you watch Scooby-Doo?
I wasn't allowed to. It was too scary.
I thought that was the case.
Yeah.
I was only allowed sometimes, I think just because my dad didn't like it.
Yeah, I think that was also
the
reason.
Are you scared to watch it now?
No, we could watch an episode of Scooby-Doo. A couple years ago, we put out this record called Be Good Little Children. It's an album...
Spooky.
It's an album of lullaby frights,
which
are...
It's a spooky album.
It's a spooky album of...
No, but say it like...
It's a spooky album of lullaby frights, which are scary lullabies, not really for kids.
But kind of for kids.
Also kind of for kids, because the album is called Be Good Little Children. It's a record where all throughout the world there are these stories that we tell kids in order to scare them into obeying us, or scaring them into making them be good. Mm-hmm. And we collected 8 of those stories and wrote songs for them. Mm-hmm. It's a really fun album. Go check it out.
If you like to be scared.
Yeah, it's about like the Scooby-Doo, maybe Hocus Pocus level of scary.
Hocus Pocus we bring up because we just watched the new one and it was good.
It was pretty good.
It was solid.
Yeah. Today we're going to be singing a song called Stay Away from the River Children, and it is a song written about La Llorona, who is the woman of the water. And as legend has it, she drowned her kids in the river and has been searching for them ever since. And so if you get too close to the river, she's going to reach out and pull you in.
Do you think that scared them?
I don't know if it did.
Do you know what I think is actually scarier? Is we're at my sister's house in Florida right now, and my niece has 3 guinea pigs, and they were in the same room, and they keep gnawing on the bars. So if you hear bumps in the night, it's actually these 3 little piggies.
Guinea pigs.
And it's much scarier than Scott.
This song is called Stay Away from the River Children.
Gonna get you even if you're good.
White lace hanging dark and long.
The river's gonna get you even if you're good. The river's gonna get you even if you're good. This is not your mother's song. The river's gonna get you even if you're good. This is not your father's wrong. The river's gonna get you even if you're good. Armstrong and burlap said, river pulls her taut and slack, weeping woman, good or bad, what runs through cannot flow back. Come back by your own hand. Come back by your own hand. By your own hand. The river's gonna get ya. The river's gonna get ya. The river's gonna get ya. Weeping woman, where's your son? Did the devil come and get you even if you're good? Tell me, children, where's your home? Could the devil come and get you even if you're good? Could the devil come and get you even if you're good?
Happy Halloween, everybody. See you next time.
I do hope we will see you next time. That was an amazingly beautiful song. The harmonies. Oh man, I love harmonies. And the little whatever creature there was doing its little part. That was the creepy part, really. Thanks so much to the Rough and Tumble. Can the devil get you even if you were good? I think it can. I think it's no good to be good all the time. Gotta ward the devil off by not being good all the time. Not for kids only 2.0. Exactly. All right, cool. The Rough and Tumble, always good to see you guys. And hopefully again next time. Safe travels wherever you are right now. Next up, we have Joe Armstrong, one of the 4 members of $2 Bash. I'm always mentioning $2 Bash because I like that band. I love it. They don't really exist anymore, or very rarely they do come together. But Joe's playing music together with another friend of mine, Guido Kreuzmüller, as The Strange Encounters. Unfortunately, they are not here today, but Joe by himself is going to play a song. And there's a weird noise in the beginning when Joe is making his intro, but that's gonna go away once he starts playing because it's a loud song, and I'm really looking forward to that. Here's Joe Armstrong.
Hi everyone, happy Halloween. It's great to be back on Folktown, and it's great that Folktown's back again after a few months break there. I wanted to do the video in the evening for some Halloween atmosphere. I've got a lovely old green lamp over here, some spooky atmosphere, but I've got a gig later on, so it's going to have to be in the broad daylight. The song I'm going to do is by a great songwriter called Rocky Erickson. Rocky was from Austin, Texas, and I think he was quite a haunted individual, and all sorts of strange supernatural creatures would feature in his songs. Sometimes Rocky seemed disturbed by this, and at other times he seemed to go on quite well with them. This one's called I Think of Demons for You. don't need to. Don't be scared, it's true. I think of demons for you. First, a red demon, horns with black tips. First, a red demon, horns with black tips. Finds in the gray moonlight, blood never touches my lips. A red demon never slips. Lucifer, he's been waiting on you. Lucifer, who's been waiting on you? Demon eyes and demons do, wait for you to come true. Wait for you to lead us, we've been waiting on you. Need to know the scared's true. I think of demons for you. Stay safe this Halloween, folks.
You stay safe too, Joe. God, it's good to hear some electric guitar here. And I said this to Joe before. I congratulate him to his neighbors. Play electric guitar through an amp in your apartment. It's not to be taken for granted, even if it's a liberal town like Berlin. Yeah, that's really good that you're able to do that, Joe. And that was a great song too, which of course I have never heard of before. All right, guys, I'm really happy you're enjoying the show so far. Claude CAHN is in the chat. He's going to be on later. And yeah, isn't it cool? Isn't it a great variety of songs and styles? I really, really like putting on this show just, you know, to be able to watch this together with you. Having said that, it helps tremendously to put on this show when there's support coming in. And so I would like to remind you, if you would like to support the show, to help me make time to put on the show, to contact the artists, to send infos about the next artist we celebrate, to edit all the videos, to put them in a set list, you know, to arrange all the support links for each artist that you find in the post description. This all takes time, and if you would like to help me make the time, you can do so in two ways, with a one-time donation or with a regular sort of voluntary subscription donation through Patreon, or with a one-time thing through PayPal. That would help me very much, and thank you already in advance for anyone who sends something, and make sure that these shows keep happening. Thank you so much. And you find all the links, of course, in the description. You know, above the artists, you find the support links. All right. Cool. So, after this madness of electric guitar, it's time for some mellow piano, I thought. So I'm just gonna go over to my piano and play you a song that I love. It goes like this. Hello, dear friends, Folktown community. I'm sitting on my piano here. And I'm gonna play you a song called I See a Darkness, since this is the dark season approaching at least. It's a song by Bonnie Prince Billy, but like so many songs, I heard about this song and I got to know it through Johnny Cash and his fantastic American recordings. So I'm sort of doing it in the Johnny Cash version. I hope you enjoy. Here's I See a Darkness.
Well, you're my friend, and can you see many times we've been out drinking, many times we shared our thoughts. Did you ever notice the kind of thoughts I got? Well, you know I have a love for everyone I know. And you know I have a drive to live, I won't let go. But can't you see its opposition? It's rising up sometimes, and a dreadful imposition comes blackening my mind. And then I see a darkness, and then I see a darkness, and then I see a darkness. Oh Lord, I see a darkness. Don't you know how much I love you? There's a hope that somehow you can save me from this darkness. Well, I hope that someday, buddy, we'll have peace in our lives, together or apart, alone or with our wives, and we can stop our whoring and pull the blinds aside and light it up forever and never go to sleep. My best unbeaten brother, this isn't all I see. Oh no, I see a darkness. Oh no, I see a darkness. Oh Lord, I see a darkness. See a darkness. Don't you know how much I love you? There's a hope that somehow you can save me from this darkness.
Thank you guys. It's fun to play that song. I really like it. And if you haven't heard the Johnny Cash version, like Graham, I highly encourage you to check it out. So, thanks so much, everyone. Moving on to my friend PRITA GREALY. She's on the southern hemisphere in Australia. Not sure if she's watching right now because I think it's like early morning or something down there. But here she is, and it's always lovely to hear PRITA. Here's PRITA GREALY.
Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straightening the camera. La la la. Have some water. Sunset setting. Brrrah. Hi everyone, my name's PRITA. I'm coming to you from Fremantle in Western Australia, my hometown. I used to live in Berlin and Norway, so I've got a lot of peeps over the other side of the world. Hallo, wie geht's? Hi, hi. Schönen guten Abend oder Tag. Wie geht es dir? Hi, hi, Harbra. Alright, I'm going to sing you my original song. This is called After the Storm, and hope you enjoy. After the storm, leaves were gone, stripped bare of all they wear. Trees fell down all around, floods came and left their stain. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, can't escape the inside. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, can't escape the inside. You left my heart tattered and torn. I didn't know myself anymore. It should be written on your face, so she knows her fate when she's loving you. Yeah, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, can't escape the inside. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, can't escape the inside. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. After the storm, leaves were gone, stripped bare of all they wear. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the song. Ta-da! I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the concert.
And she's gone. That was PRITA GREALY from Australia. She's just lovely, and she has such a command of her voice, you know, such tonal control. It's insane. She is giving lessons, by the way, singing lessons. Not saying anyone here needs those. Just putting the info out there. Maybe you know someone who would like to take singing lessons from someone who really knows what she's doing. That's PRITA GREALY. And yeah, we hope so too, to see you again next time. Greetings to Australia. All right, all right, all right. Mesmerizing Jill's writing. True. Very true that. Moving on from PRITA in Australia to, well, it's time. It's time for Graham Shankarji Hunt. and I'm so happy he's with us in this show. He's well, and I would like to... Graham is going to talk about this himself, but I would also like to mention it. And it's the only time I did this to post like advertisement for an album on the Folktown page, because usually I like to keep the page for, you know, any Folktown related stuff. Otherwise it's going to be a lot of, you know, promotion, and then people tired of the Folktown page, and, you know, for that reason we don't really promote there our own individual artist stuff. But I did it for Graham's album because he connected this, his first album, he connected this with a great charity. It's a charity for cancer research, and for that reason alone, not to mention the great songs that are on the record, I just listened to Kathmandu today, and that's a wild song and a beautiful song. For that reason alone, not to mention the music, I encourage you guys to purchase the album on Bandcamp if you haven't done so yet. It's really worth it. It's like loads of songs. It's more than an hour of music, or it's actually a double album, I think. And Rosella, who's in the chat in Italy, she did the album cover for it, the artwork. So it's a beautiful thing. And Graham, I believe, is going to put the Bandcamp link in the chat, and the link is also under Graham's name in the post description. And after so much about Graham's album, here's a song for the show today. Here's Graham Shankarji Hunt.
Hi to all my Folktown friends. This is Graham Shankarji Hunt checking in from South England. It's great to be back doing another Folktown. Really looking forward to hearing everybody in action tonight. Big thanks to Tobias as ever for producing and presenting. I think we can call it the season 2 opener tonight. So yeah, fantastic stuff. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who bought my album, my debut album, in the summer. I was raising money for Neuroendocrine Cancer UK, which is a charity devoted to exploring this type of cancer that I was diagnosed with and subsequently cured of over the summer. So all the money raised from the album will be going for that. So if you haven't bought it, please do. It's on Bandcamp, it's a digital download. I'd be most appreciative. So the song I'm doing tonight, it's not traditional sort of Halloween-y type song, but it's a dark little song by a guy called Murray McLaughlin, American songwriter. It deals with themes of school shootings and guilt at historical crimes, and guilt at passing on the environmental disaster to our children. So it's quite dark themes, although the actual music doesn't really sound that dark, but I love it. It's a nice little song that I've got back into as I've been getting back into playing guitar after the op. So I hope you enjoy it. Really looking forward to hearing everybody's contributions tonight, and have a brilliant night, everybody. Take care. Peace and love. I live on a white cloud high above the world. All the gods are nice to me, the cops all call me sir. I live on a white cloud, don't worry about tomorrow. If someone else's kid gets killed, it's someone someone else's sorrow. I live on a white cloud, attend the finest schools. I speak about equality, I think it makes me cool. While the world is burning down, I shake my head and say, never should have got this far, it should have never been this way. I live on a white cloud, don't pin the blame on me for what my great-grandfathers did. They didn't know, they couldn't see. Maybe I have missed the point, been deluded all along. All the shit those people did, it's all still going on. I live on a white cloud, I hope you can forgive all the things I'm part of that wouldn't let you live. Maybe I can finally see, understand your pain. I live on a white cloud, but I'll still pour down like rain. I live on a white cloud, but I'll still pour down like rain.
Thanks so much, Graham. That was a great song. I've never heard of the guy and never heard of the song, but it's really good to hear you sing, and it's a great choice. I live on a white cloud. Graham, by the way, told me he's working on another album. I hope I'm not giving away too much, Graham. And I think it would be really great also to have an album of your cover versions, because they are so good. So, you know, lots of work ahead, and I hope we get to have more music to purchase from you, Graham. But for now, there's one album out. It's called Too Late, Graham Shankarji Hunt. Please check it out on Bandcamp. And thanks so much for joining us again, Graham. It's always a high point of every show. We are moving on away from England. So many British artists, but not so many from France. And so I'm always happy to move, virtually move to France. Wouldn't mind moving to France, actually. I would have to learn the language because they only speak their own. And it's a difficult language to learn. So not sure how that would go. But we're virtually all moving to France right now, joining METTE Harp in his home, where he's playing also one of his own songs. And it's always a joy to listen to Matt. Lots of energy, great harp playing. I mean, he doesn't carry the name DEHARP for no reason. So here's METTE Harp from France. Also one part of $2 Bash, by the way. Here's Matt.
Hey, this is METTE Harp for Folktown. And my Halloween choice is a song I wrote a few years ago based on a true story. It's called Truth or Profits. Here we go. Driving down to the dance hall, small German town. There's no truth or profits. Only tracks in the ground, you know there ain't no jukebox. The room stands bare, just a couple of kids standing in a corner, heads shaved and a burning stare. You know they don't want you here, they don't give a shit, and they don't read the books. They're just like the outfit. Didn't study the violence, well, it just came like that. Get a couple of beers and take a walk downtown and watch the good folks run like rats. And he made them feel good, and he made them feel strong, and he made them feel lonely. Then again, they've always been alone, and he made them feel bad, and he made them feel rough. Yeah, but who really cares how he feels if it's never enough? Well, this funny little town has got some dark things to hide. Some are buried in the past, some are just across the ride. You know there's fear and madness most every place you go. Yeah, but some folks, they got more than their share, and it just goes to show. Just like poor little Ensign Rick, didn't do no wrong. Well, he was just a little slow, so they gave him the mail, and he went from door to door in this funny old town, till they hung him from a tree with his hands tied in his back. And they said that he did it himself, and he made them feel good, and he made them feel strong, and he made them feel lonely. Then again, they've always been alone, and he made them feel bad, and he made them feel tough. Yeah, but who really cares how he feels if it's never enough? Funny little town doesn't like no strangers. It's a stranger itself, lost its way over yonder, and it lives in the shadows, and it lives in the rain, and it's got no regrets, and it's got no tomorrows, 'cause it's already dead, and he died from the boredom, and he died from the hate, and he died 'cause we let it choke on the pain of being nowhere, and of not being good. And if no one cares about this town, I don't see why it should. And he made us feel good, and he made us feel strong, and it made us feel lonely. But then again, we've always been alone, and it made us feel bad, and it made us feel tough. Yeah, but who really cares how it feels there's never enough.
Just wow, man. And then, you know, final chord, boom, gone. METTE harp. I was kind of missing the harp, but someone was saying in the chat, he's great without the harp as well. It was an awesome performance, Matt. And just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. And a really great song. I didn't know that song. Not sure if that's out on Matt's album. He's got a couple of albums out with several bands. He died from boredom. He died from the hate. He died from boredom. And boredom is just such a root of so many problems. People being bored, just bored by themselves. That was awesome, Matt. So I'm not sure if you're watching. Maybe you're watching this later, or I'm going to tell you at some point when we see each other again in Berlin. All friends. That was a really cool song. And magnificent performance, as always, from Mr. DEHARP, who didn't really feature the harp this time, unfortunately. Maybe next time. Moving on to a Folktown premiere. First time on Folktown this time is Chris LASTELLE, or as he's calling himself lately on Facebook, Christopher LASTELLE, upgraded to Christopher. And Chris is someone I've known for many years. He's a great musician, songwriter, experimental musician, and sound collector, producer, and label owner. And he's on Folktown for the first time, and I'm really looking forward to hearing his song. He is originally from Australia, now residing in Berlin. Please welcome, everyone, Mr. Christopher LASTELLE.
Hello, everybody. This is a very strange song by one of my favourite obscure musicians, an Englishman named Kevin Coyne. You imagine like an English Tom Waits, a beautifully messed up character who wrote some beautifully messed up songs. And this is from an album in 1979. It's called I Confess.
I confess that I killed the cat. The cat was speckled and fat. It was an angry cat. I thought it was laughing. I confess that I shot my brother, stabbed my sister and hit my mother. They had it coming to them, 'cause they were laughing. I did it, yes I did it, I'm always doing it. Yeah, I did it all of the time. Yeah, I did it, yes I do it, I said, yeah I did it all of the time. All of the time. I went to the priest one day. He said, I'm gonna wash your soul away. Take off your clothes and begin to pray. And they started laughing. And down flew a big black bird, sat in front of me and brought out his words, flapped his wings, and you know what I heard? He was laughing. I did it, yes I did it, I do it, and I say it. I do it all of the time. I confess that I killed the cat. It was speckled and fat. Yeah, it was an angry cat, and he was laughing. I did it, yes I did it, I did it, yeah I said it. I was there all of the time. I did it, yeah I do it, I said it, and I was there. It was me all of the time. All of the time. All of the time. All of the time. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you too, Christopher. That was wonderful. I loved that song. And apparently, many folks here knew who Kevin Coyne is, which is lovely. Rob was writing, Kevin Coyne used to live in Nuremberg, which is in the south of Germany, for a long time. That's lovely. Thanks so much, guys. It's really good to hear that you're enjoying the show. Let's make this bigger. Let's maybe next time we announce the next Folktown show, invite all of your friends who like folk music, Americana, you know, all this sort of acoustic thing that we're doing here. Let's just spread this. Maybe invite like 3 friends who like this sort of thing that we're doing here. Because I think we should reach more people. We should reach more folks and spread this little Folktown virus to fight other viruses that are out there and we don't really need around. I think we need to spread the good things. So let's spread this thing. All right. He died in Nuremberg even. Okay. Yep. Very, very welcome, Chris. Right. Hope to see you. I mean, we didn't really manage to meet each other. Chris and I realized that we were on the island of Crete at the same time this summer. We didn't manage to meet. We didn't manage to meet now that we both live in Berlin. It's a crazy thing. But we will, Chris. We will manage to meet at some point. All right. Moving on to Spain, which is a place that I constantly miss, where I always like to be, where I always would like to be. And I'm really looking forward to the next performance by Carolina Rubirosa, who already joined us in our Paul Simon episode and had a very, very lovely performance of a Paul Simon song, which escapes me right now, but it was really wonderful. And today is no different. I heard a little bit, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a Dylan song, I can say so much. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back in Folktown, Carolina Rubirosa, as we say in German, or Carolina Rubirosa, as they sort of say in Spain. Here's Carolina.
Twas in another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when blackness was a virtue and the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. This way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her, on that I give my word. The world of steel are death and men who fight and to be worm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Shelter Ashton, buried in the hail, poison in the bushes and blown out on a trail, haunted like a crocodile, ravaged to the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm, storm, shelter from the storm, storm. Now there's a wall between us, something there's been lost. I took too much for granted, I got my signals crossed, just to think that I'll begin on an eventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm, shelter from the storm, shelter from the storm, shelter from the storm.
Wasn't that just wonderful? Oh, I could listen to Carolina all evening. And I can say that because she shares a name with my wife, so I'm not running any risk here. And my wife was just commenting she loves Carolina's voice, so it's safe for me to say the same. I love Carolina's voice, and I know she's touring all over Spain and Europe. I mean, yeah. All over the place. She was just in England, weren't you, Carolina, playing at the Cavern Club or something? Amazing. She gets around, and but she hasn't stopped over in Germany yet, which, well, I'm not going to comment on now, but we need to have a talk about that, Carolina. So good to have you on the show again. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're super busy, and so many things she's doing, amongst which is recording a new album, which is gonna be called, I need to get this right, Soldaderas. And Carolina, please let us know what that means. I know many of you know it, but I do not, even though I know some basic Spanish, but soldaderas doesn't sound to me like a basic Spanish word. Or is it? Carolina, please let us know what it means. And let us know where we can find out about the album once it drops, if that's on your Facebook page or somewhere else, because we would like to activate the notifications. At least I would like to. All right, cool. Carolina can come to New Jersey. I think, Bobby, you're inviting a lot of people to New Jersey here. That's wonderful. You must have a big house there. Or a big concert stage. Yeah, and to Germany too. Exactly. Bloody hell. What are you doing, Carolina? In Spain all the time? Germany beckons. All right. Next up, we have another Folktown premiere. Claude CAHN. I hope, Claude, I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We haven't met in person yet, but Claude was recommended to me by Tony, and Tony's going to be up later. And Claude is a songwriter and multi-instrumentalist. He plays a lot with those guys around $2 Bash, and he's very connected in that sort of music scene. I think those guys met many years back in Prague, where they were busking in the streets, sometime in the early 90s. And Claude must tell me more about that when we meet in person. But here, for the first time now, he's on Folktown. Please welcome, everyone, Claude CAHN.
Evening, everybody. I'm going to do a ballad called Little Sadie. It's a ballad that was recorded a lot of times during the 20th century under a number of different names. It goes by Penitentiary Blues, East St. Louis Blues, Cocaine Blues. I think the first version I heard was the one called Cocaine Blues, done by George Thorogood. and the Destroyers. He was doing, I learned later, the Johnny Cash version from the Folsom Prison, the Live at Folsom Prison record. But the version I'm going to do is Little Sadie, which is, I think, first made really popular by Doc Watson. I know it from the Grateful Dead, but it's the same version. I leave out the second verse. He goes straight from killing to running away. I leave out the funeral. I think it's a little tighter that way. This this ballad that I'm gonna do here is it's gonna be on a record that I'm recording with some other people from the Folktown thing. It's a record of ballads. So far, I think there's about 15 tunes that we put down, and it's all songs that tell a story. Great tradition, the ballad tradition. So, been playing them for so long that I thought it was a good idea to make a record of just ballads. So that should be out early next year, I hope. It's going to be called, I think, Where Have You Been? And so keep an eye out for it. This is Little Sadie. Last night to take my round, met little Sadie and I blowed her down. Right home, went to bed with a 44 smoking under my head. When I began to think about the deed I'd done, grabbed my hat and away I run. Made a good run, but a little too slow and they overtook me in Jericho. I was standing on a corner reading the bills. Along come a sheriff from Thomasville. Says, young man, your name Brown. Remember the night you blowed your Sadie down. Oh yes sir, but my name is Lee. Murdered little Sadie in the first degree. First degree and the second degree. And if you got any papers, won't you read them to me? Was arrested, I was dressed in black. Me on a freight train sent me back. So we're back down Thomasville jail. If you got any money, won't you go on the bail? The judge and the jury, they took the stand. The judge, he held a paper in his right hand. On his 41 nights, 41 years, he waited all the slaves. Last night to take my round, met little Sadie and I blowed her down. Went to bed with a 44 smoking under my head.
Thanks so much, Claude. That was great. I really loved I told you this before, I love this Jerry Garcia vibe that you have playing guitar. A couple of people remarked that they know this song from the Grateful Dead, so that fits. I love your guitar playing, you know, I love Jerry's guitar playing, and this is very similar, probably because it's a song that you maybe know from the Dead. You need to tell me about this when we meet in person at some time. Thanks so much, Claude CAHN. Hopefully not for the last time on Folktown. Today, the second Folktown premiere. Next up, we have Tom LEEWHO, who's been with us a couple of times, at least once. Tom is sort of like a central figure in the Berlin music scene. He hosts a session every Sunday at Artliners in Berlin-Friedrichshain, where people, you know, like Joe Armstrong and Chris LaStelle, Claude CAHN probably as well, Matt DEHARP when he's in town, all these guys, you know, they meet there once in a while, and whenever I can, I go down there too. And Tom hosts the session, the Artliners session, and he's going to play us a song that's kind of a crazy, wild song. He's playing it at Artliners during the session, so that's really cool. You get to see the club if you've never seen it, and yeah, Graham is just suggesting we'll have a Grateful Dead Folktown sometime in the future. Well, I would love that, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, well, maybe I put this to the vote with all the artists that are here. Who would be in for a Grateful Dead Folktown? Anyway, back to Tom LEEWHO. He's going to play us a song that is a crazy song. It involves Elvis and a werewolf. And when you're in Berlin, the session is at Artliners every Sunday. And when Tom is not there, then Chris LaStelle hosts the session. So it's always on. Here's Tom LEEWHO.
We're supposed to play a song for Folktown by Tobias Panwitz. And they got this Halloween idea of that everybody should play some Halloween songs. And I said, you know, I've got a Halloween song. It's called Elvis the Werewolf, or The Best Excuse in the World. You will see why. And it goes like this. It's a song, by the way, it's a song I wrote with my friend Keely many years ago. You probably think I was drinking with my friends, raising hell, getting drunk again. It was like that, I gotta let you know. It's a crazy story, and this is how it goes. Well, we're driving down the Highway 55. There was a truck wreck, no one's left alive. So we turned over to see what we can do. I went over to the driver's side. I tell you, baby, feed the games and fly, I ain't lying. Well, there was Elvis bleeding at the wheel. He was a werewolf, I tell you, it was real. He was howling and moaning at the UFO. So we turned around just to get our guns. Smacked right into Hank Williams and his son, singing Paul McCartney's Band on the Run, Band on the Run. Come on, everybody now. Band on the Run, Band on the Run, Band on the Run, Band on the Run, Band on the Run. Yeah, come on here. You probably think I was drinking with my friends, raising hell, getting pissed again. It wasn't like that, gotta let you know. It's a crazy story, and this is how it goes. Well, the truck to driving was filled up with beer. Elvis the werewolf said, boys, come over here. If you drink this truck dry, I grant you any wish, any wish. Elvis, if you got a wish to give, please tell my sweetheart, sweetheart should forgive, she should forgive. You probably think this story is kinda hard to buy, but I tell you, baby, it all ain't a lie. Drinking beer with Elvis and Hank Williams, both are dead. Come on, baby, let me go to bed. Yeah, thank you. It worked.
It surely did, Tom. Fantastic. Man, what a song. I'm wondering what you and Keely were on when you wrote this. Can't have been sober, man. That was really fun. Thanks so much for that. And I'm really sorry I didn't know the name of that brilliant slide player. But I think Chris mentioned him somewhere, because Chris, of course, knows him. It's somewhere in the chat. But that was great. You both were awesome. Thanks so much for that. Elvis the Werewolf. Tom, if you're still watching, let us know if that's available somewhere as a recording. All right, cool. It worked. We are nearing the end of the show, people. It's not over yet, but we're approaching. What are we approaching? The 3-hour mark. Half an hour to go. We might just crack the 3-hour mark today. Next up, after this hilarious song, we're getting back into a kind of more autumn, moody vibe with a murder ballad, original song out of Nashville, Tennessee. Here's Stephen Simmons, another Folktown regular, who many of you know, and it's good to have Stephen back again, this time with an original. Here's Stephen Simmons.
Hey Folktowners, good to see you guys again. It's been a while. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the harvest is treating you well. Yeah, good to see you guys again. Hear some songs from friends again from far away and nearby. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys one of my older songs I wrote when I was probably in my mid-20s, you know, yesterday. And this is a murder ballad and a little bit of a ghost story. I will admit I stole a little bit of the story from The Long Black Veil, which was, this was my own twist on The Long Black Veil, which is a song I always loved. I knew the Johnny Cash version growing up, but there was a murder mystery in my own family, and at the time I didn't know all the details when I was growing up, and I was always one of those kids with an overactive imagination. So I made up this story about some people in my family, and of course the names, dates, places have all been changed to protect not the innocent but me. Anyway, hope you enjoy it.
Hardly take the old road since they built the interstate. Man, I don't know what possessed me. Guess I just felt like riding today. I see Shirley stables all boarded up and let go. Truth be known, that's why I always take the interstate home. 10 years ago, these stables home the best thoroughbreds in the land. Danny named this farm for Shirley that he built with his own hands. Danny was my best friend, and there was talk all over town, 'cause Danny was a jealous man. Things were starting to get out. Weeds have all grown up out in the pastures. Nobody ever rides at all. The barn ain't nothing but an empty stack of stalls, but there's a ghost in Shirley stables that haunts the hills and the dreams of us all. Still remember where I was the day they called the law. I was out back in the main barn, shoeing a mare we just bought. The sheriff had a lot of questions and said they found Shirley dead that night. They found a bullet in her chest, matched the one in Danny's 45. Weeds have all grown up out in the pastures. Nobody ever rides at all. The barn ain't nothing but an empty stack of stalls, but there's a ghost in Shirley stables that haunts the hills and the dreams of us all. Sometimes I miss those days and the horses that I used to train, working on my best friend's farm, shared Shirley's name. And sometimes I miss those nights and
surely held me tight. Yeah, the times that we died out, the time that she was mine. Weeds have all grown up out in the pastures, nobody ever rides at all. The barn ain't nothing but an empty stack of stalls, but there's a ghost in Shirley stables that haunts the hills and the dreams of us all. I hardly take the old road since they built the interstate. Man, I don't know what possessed me. Guess I just felt like riding today. Boo.
Thanks so much, Stephen. That was a beautiful song. It's a song from Stephen's family album, which, yeah, you find it, Stephen's website, his Facebook, and thanks thanks so much for that performance. Still in that song, the imagery, you know, haven't taken that road since they built the interstate. Yeah, takes you right there. Thanks, Stephen. That was wonderful. And I'll see you again next time, hopefully. All right, guys, we're moving on back to England, but our next performer is actually from Holland. It's our representation for Holland in the Folktown shows. He's a regular, and it's almost the last song for the show. Here's Rick van den Bosch.
Hello Folktowners, and welcome back to Folktown Halloween this time. I'm going to do one of my own songs called The Undertaker. I've written this song quite a few years back for the occasion of playing in a Museum of Death in Barcelona. Goes something like this. Well, I'm the Undertaker and I lay your soul to rest. I may look a bit gloomy, yes I may look a bit sad. Well, I may not smile a lot, but really I'm not that bad. Well, I'm doing my job and I am the best in the land. Well, I'm the Undertaker and I'll be working for you one day. You won't escape your fate, death is coming all our ways. No reason to panic, you may still live until 38. But there ain't no doubt about it, I'll be working for you one day. Undertaker, Undertaker, he gonna work for me one day. Yeah. No reason to start crying, I'm told heaven looks great. Well, hell, it didn't even seem that bad, but that's what the bad boy said. So don't get overexcited and please stand in line. I'll take all of your measurements so your coffin will fit you just fine. Now let me organize your funeral, you know I can organize so well. You can ask all of my dead friends, though they never lived to tell. 24 hours a night you can count on my availability. I work twice as hard as anyone else, that's because I never sleep, you see. Now go. Undertaker, Undertaker, he's gonna work for me one day. Yeah. Undertaker, Undertaker, he's gonna work for me take pride in what I do. Well, I do my job the best I can to make sure there's space for you. And if you ever get unemployed, then you don't know what to do. There's always work in my line of business. I may just have a job for you. Well, the taker, well, the taker is gonna work for me one day, yeah. Well, the taker, well, the taker is gonna work for me one day, yeah. Well, the taker, well, the taker is gonna work for me one day. Thank you. Cheers.
Ha! What was that? Jesus Christ. It was The Undertaker. Working 24 hours a night. Brilliant. Rick, man, waking us all up again. That was great. Bicycle shop reverb. Yeah, indeed. That was awesome. Jesus, man. Don't know what to say. The Undertaker. Bring it on, man. I'll have a coffin made of mycelium, please. That's my latest choice. Or cremation. Whatever. All right. Yep. Thanks so much. Someone was writing... what was that? DOREEN was writing, I need Folktown daily. Well, thanks so much for that. I take that as a compliment. I'd be happy to do this monthly. It's a lot of work. And monthly, at first I thought we could maybe do this weekly in a smaller format, but I'm totally happy with the monthly thing. So the next Folktown will be, I'll tell you the date. I'm not going to tell you the artist yet. Next Folktown will be, how do you scroll with a touchpad? Jeez, I don't know how to do this. Next Folktown will be on November 28th. My daughter has a dentist appointment the next day. So I just see that in my calendar here. Next Folktown is going to be November 28th. And it's going to be a celebration of one artist again. Back to the classic format. And after the last song, I'm going to let you guys know who that will be. But first, again, I would like to remind you, if you would like to have Folktown, not on a daily basis, but on a monthly basis, the best way to make sure this is going to happen is to send some support, either one-time support through PayPal, or you can do sort of like a voluntary subscription on Patreon. Patreon gets you the additional benefit that if you're interested in my music, there's like demo songs, there's some cover song videos, lyric translations if you're in Germany and you're interested in that, and a lot of early access. Right now, for example, you can, as patrons, you have early access right now to listen to my new album in German of parenting songs. It's not really children's songs, but it's parenting songs reflecting on the Odyssey and the beautiful ride of being a father. Songs that I wrote in the first years of my daughter. So that's out at the moment exclusively on Patreon. And if you would like to check that out, or generally just, you know, maybe make a recurring support, regular support for the Folktown shows, and it would show me that there's a genuine interest that this is going to go on for the second season and maybe a third or fourth season. That would be lovely. I would love that. So you find these links also above the video or below the video on YouTube. And thank you so much. It's time for the Folktown finale. and Tony Rose and the band of JAKEYS, featuring also Jimmy Bozeman. They have been with us a couple of times, and they are always a high point of the show. So this time I thought it would be nice to have them as the finalists. This is not a competition, of course, because competition is bullshit. It's for idiots, especially when it comes to music. And but they're finalists in the sense of being the final video, final song today. So please welcome back to Folktown the regulars, Tony Rose, Jimmy Bozeman, and the band of JAKEYS.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're the band of JAKEYS here, wishing you all a happy Halloween. This little tune I wrote many years ago kind of came about from this line from Marty saying, I don't want to be the last one to turn lights out. And it goes something like this, and it's really spooky.
And it's called
Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Sitting on the ground, he is high on some hash, watching all the bodies as we float on past. Back my bags off to Kathmandu, sitting in a cafe, still thinking about you. Whoa, whoa, like a ship going down. Time to swim around, surely to drown. Whoa, whoa, there's no one around. So turn out the lights in the ghost town. Down these empty streets I'm strolling around, try to hide my fear, I jump at every sound. Round every corner a memory awaits, straight into my heart like a wooden stake. Whoa, like a ship going down. Time to swim around and show it crown. Whoa, there's no one around. Turn out the lights in the ghost town. I opened the door and am I surprised? You're lying there naked, the lust in your eyes. See you and your seductive smile. Your poison my drink, you slept for a while. Up the steps to the top of the tower. The clock strikes 12, it's a bewitching hour. Looking down on all that I see, 1,000 ghosts are coming after me. Whoa, like a ship going down. Time to swim around and surely drown. Whoa, there's no one around. Turn out the lights in the ghost town. Turn out the lights in the ghost town. Turn out the lights in the
Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that a beautiful finale? Laura is here too, watching from the States. Laura Camp was going to play a song, but then things got in the way, and hopefully she's going to be back next time. All right, guys, that was it. The big Halloween show. And it was a lot of fun. It was good to be back with Folktown. Good to see all your lovely faces and comments, all your lovely little Facebook photos here in the chat. We'll be back on November 28th, which is the last Monday in November. That's in only 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So not a lot of time for the artists to prepare themselves to figure out their favorite song by Leonard Cohen, who's going to be our artist next month. It's November. It's the perfect month for Leonard Cohen music. And I just realized, just found this in my Facebook feed a while ago, that there's going to be a Leonard Cohen movie out in November. At least it's coming out in Germany in November. Maybe it's late here. I don't know. Maybe this is worldwide. But that would be a fitting thing to have. All right, so Leonard Cohen, everyone, artists, get ready. First come, first serve. Let me know which song you want to play. And I have to make up my own mind, actually. All right, cool. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm not going to put on the links again for the PayPal and Patreon. I did that often enough, and you find it also above the video. And while you guys are sort of leaving the theater here, we've seen it, hallelujah. I'm gonna play a little song. We had a lot of talk about the Grateful Dead today. This is not a Grateful Dead song, but it's one they played as well. So I'm gonna give this a try. I know this song from Jerry Garcia and Dave Grissom. I think it's on Shady Grove. Very welcome, BERND. November is your spring, Rob. Good for you. Living the life on Mallorca. Walking down the stream on the wind and rain. The one behind pushed the other one in, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. Johnny gave the youngest a gay gold ring, all the wind and rain. Didn't give the oldest one anything, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. They pushed her into the river to drown on the wind and rain. Watch her, she floated down, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. Floated till she came to a miller's pond on the wind and rain. Mama, father, there swims a swan, crying oh the dreadful wind and rain. The miller pushed her out with a fishing hook on the wind and rain. Drew that fair maid from the brook, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. He left her on the banks to dry, crying all the wind and rain. And a fiddling fool came passing by, cried all the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow for long yellow hair, oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow of her long hair, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. He made fiddle packs of her long finger bones, all the wind and rain. He made fiddle packs of her own finger bones, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a little fiddle of a breastbone, oh, the wind and rain. The sound could melt a heart of stone, crying all the dreadful wind and rain. And the only tune that fiddle would play was all the wind and rain. The only tune that fiddle would play was all the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. I'll see you guys next month for Leonard Cohen. Until then, have a good time and see you soon.